So we've been down this road before. I've literally made this video before, but some things have changed. That was a while ago, so I do want to make another one because I think I've been asked this question about 400 times in the last 3 or so weeks. Should I buy a Nintendo Switch right now, or should I wait? Obviously, we have a lot more news, rumors, reports about this new possible Switch Pro, so things have changed a little bit from the last time we've done this video. So for everyone asking, I just wanted to do a quick, updated video. Should you buy a Nintendo Switch in 2021? We are covering the same topic again, but I think I have a little bit of a different answer this time. What's up, guys? Welcome back or welcome in for the first time. If you are new here, do me a favor, jump down in the description of this video. Click the link to our Discord. We're in there every day talking about all kinds of stuff, including the Switch Pro. Also, I'm giving away a PowerA Nano over on Twitch, so if you want a chance to win that, all you have to do is follow me over there. I'll leave the link to that below as well. So for some of this, we're gonna be able to look back on the video I made before this. Some of the things I said in that video did not actually pan out the way that we thought. It looks like a Switch Pro or a new Switch is probably going to be showing up sometime in March. Maybe a little later, maybe a little sooner, but somewhere in that area. So in about 6 months from the time of this recording. And now obviously that did not happen, clearly. But I think we kind of expected that not to happen after we saw the announcement of the red Mario Switch, and then right after that we got an announcement for the Monster Hunter Switch, which there's no way they're going to put out another Switch as they're announcing 2 more iterations of the one we already have. Nobody would have bought them. So clearly, they're not gonna announce it then. But one big thing you have to consider when you're talking about buying a Switch right now or waiting for the Pro is we have no idea when this thing is going to come out. It could be announced tomorrow. It could be announced next week. It could be announced in the fall. It could be announced at the beginning of 2022. We just do not know. So that is something you really need to take into consideration if you want to get a Switch now. If you want a Switch right now or very, soon, you may just want to go ahead and buy one. Now, on the other hand, the reports we keep getting from different places are telling us a little bit more information about this thing. Originally, we thought it was going to have a 4K screen, but it looks like the 4K is just going to be the TV output in some way. We're not obviously sure how that's going to happen, but it seems like that's what's going to happen. The actual screen on the Switch is still going to be a 720p screen, but it is going to be an OLED display, which for most people, it's not going to really make that much of a difference. Yes, it will look better. The blacks will be completely black. The colors will probably look a lot better, but to the normal everyday person who just wants to get a Switch right now, I don't think that alone is going to make that much difference. So that's also something to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind when trying to figure out what you want to do here is we have heard, now we don't know for sure, but obviously if they're going to do a revised Switch, it's probably going to have more power. We've heard things here and there that yes, it is going to have more power. It's going to probably fix a lot of the frame rate issues that we have in, certain places of Breath of the Wild. A lot of the other games with frame rate issues should probably run better on this Switch, and there is a chance, there's definitely a chance, and I think the more and more we get closer to all this happening, I think it's more and more of a chance, but there could be games that will only run on this new Switch. We have seen Nintendo do that before with the 3DS and the new 3DS, so that's not new. I think that's probably something we should expect. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually have Nintendo-made games that won't play on either. I think they'll play on both, I would think. My guess is it would probably be more third-party stuff, but again, none of us know yet. That's just speculation, but it is something you may want to consider when you're trying to figure out if you want to buy a Nintendo Switch right now or wait. Now, there are a lot of people out here still who just say there's no Switch Pro, it's not coming, we're not getting it. And to those people I say, well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But for those people and people who may agree with that, just go ahead and buy a Switch. Buy a Switch now, and then if there is one later on, you can actually do one of the things I talked about doing with your old Switch in the last video, which I'll link here, and I'll definitely link that at the end of the video too. Even though we were a little bit wrong about the dates of when things might be coming out, then a lot of the information in that video is still valid, and I do stand behind it, so check that one out too. Biggest thing I would say is this is really going to depend on what you want your Switch for. If you're looking to buy a Switch just to play the Mario Odysseys, the Breath of the Wilds, Mario Kart, the Nintendo games, in that case, I would say just go ahead and buy a Switch now. Yes, going forward, there may be some games that don't work on that Switch, but if you're buying it for, like I said, Mario Kart, you know, Yoshi, Zelda, Mario, whatever you're buying it for, if it's Nintendo property, Nintendo knows how to use their hardware better than anybody. So those games do run very, very well on the current Switch. Yes, there are a few hiccups here and there in certain games. Mario Odyssey runs great. Breath of the Wild runs good for the most part. There are certain spots, yeah, you know, it's fine. But a game like Mario Kart runs phenomenal. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe looks insane on the Switch. It looks perfect. So if you're just looking to play games like that, or you're just maybe looking to have something, maybe you're going on a trip this summer and you need something to play, you know, in the back of the car, just on the trip, yeah. Get a Switch. Get a Switch Lite. If you're only gonna be using it in handheld anyway, just get a Switch Lite. And like I said, there's things you can do with your Switch if a new Switch Pro or revision comes out that you wanna get. It's in that video. Like I said, link at the end. Make sure you watch that. But yeah, maybe in this situation, a Lite is what you should get. Now, Nintendo did just announce that they're releasing a new blue Switch Lite, which looks nice, but I question, is that blue? I'm not sure. It's kind of purple. I don't know. This is not that video, so we're not gonna get into that. But Switch Lites are also a lot easier to find right now than a regular Switch. I would say 9 times out of 10 when I go to a Target, Walmart, Best Buy, there's a Switch Lite in stock. Now, maybe 50% of the time, maybe a little bit less than that, you'll see a regular Nintendo Switch, but either way, you can get something right now if you want it. Now, on the other hand, if you're someone who is very, very concerned about frame rate, if you're somebody who's very, very concerned about having 4K on your TV, then you may just want to wait. If third-party games are your thing and you want to be able to do that in handheld mode, but, you know, like I said, frame rate is a big deal. The overall look of the games is a bigger deal to you. You might end up being a little disappointed with the Switch because, you know, there are third-party games on the Switch that, for what it's running on, look great, run great, but then there are some that don't look so great and don't run so great. This revised Switch might fix that. I mean, again, we don't know when it's coming out. So if you are, you know, if you're willing to wait for it at that point, if that's something that's your concern, frame rate, 4K, third-party games, really. The current Switch might not end up being something that you're that interested in anyway. So in that case, I would definitely say you might want to wait. Anyway, guys, short video here. Like I said, I'll link the other one right here so you guys can check it out. It's got a lot of other information in it. Still holds up for the most part. Don't mind those dates. Other than that, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.